have a question from someone who's in the audience here. Not sure I want to get divorced. Is there any benefit to mediation, or should I just try and push for therapy? Okay, great question.
Well, I think in terms of that, there is actually something called discernment counseling.
Mm,
And it was developed by someone that did work with a lot of people going through divorce. And it's a protocol that they go through to really help someone look thoroughly into what it's going to look like to be divorced or get divorced, and to sort of go through the steps emotionally of what that's going to feel like, and make the decision that, yeah, this is right for me, not, oh, I'm just not happy with, I don't know, where I am in my life, or how we interact, or what we're going to go through.
yeah, I like that. Discernment counseling. That is definitely another underutilized resource.
Definitely, definitely. And if someone goes through discernment counseling, they'll learn a lot about themselves and how they tick, and then they'll understand what it is about what went wrong in the relationship, that why it triggers them, and they will have processed some of that. I think. So I would definitely say counseling, and or individual counseling and or discernment counseling. And then if you come to the conclusion, yeah, I just don't think that this relationship is going to work, then the next step, I would always say, is investigate mediation, as long as it's not an abusive or nasty situation.
Yeah. So one more question about this, and then we'll go to our last question. Can a couple come and mediate but not go through the entire process? Meaning that they sort of want to mediate and then hold off on the actual divorce until sometime in the distant future, but they want to see what mediation might provide for them as they're considering a divorce down the road. Can they do that with you, or must they, yeah, we want a divorce, so let's go mediate?
I do have a lot of people that come to me for different reasons and say, we might not want to process the divorce just yet, but we really do want to go our separate ways, and we want to, just divide our assets so that we know where each of us stand, and even if we never get divorced, we have our separate lives, and things aren't so commingled. You also can do that in terms of a pre or post nuptial agreement can be mediated. In other words, people can come in and say, we're not saying we want to get divorced. We hope we never get divorced. But in the event that we get divorced, these are kind of the ground rules. These are the parameters that we want to use to divide our property, or to set property aside. So mediation is always a process for people to get a little clear and feel more comfortable about their assets and how things might be divided in the event of a divorce.
That sounds a lot like, if I can use my own term here, divorce mediation coaching.
Yes,
And
in some respects it is. Part of that is, especially if couples know that things aren't good, and they know they're going to want to move forward. Either they can go through the coaching program together or separately, and the program not only helps them develop a mindset that's going to make mediation successful, but also a mindset that even if they went through litigation, that they wouldn't go down that rabbit hole of just, getting revenge. And also the program is something that shares a lot of knowledge, a lot of tips, a lot of planning techniques, a lot of resources that people can utilize through the divorce process, whatever avenue they go through. But it will set them up to have it not be where it's a reactive process, but one that is more planning and projective.
yeah, it reminds me of what someone once said to me. if you plan for your wedding with all of its itty bitty details, nitty gritty details, you should also plan for a divorce. I mean, of those who are, that's a possibility. And what you're describing sounds like pre-planning, like get ahead of the game.